Hello everybody, Loki Magic's another day, another video. But in this video today, we're going to talk about keepsakes because these things are actually very, very good. And it does change how your team functions, how your hero functions. Overall, it is a great customizable thing you could use to build your team comp. And the reason why we're doing this is because of this comment right here. So let's just get into it. So the first three sets we're going to talk about is the Immortal, Strafe, and Corrosion set. These three are all farmable through this boss right here. And I consider these your starter keepsake, right? This is like your beginning to end game, but not the ultra late game. So these sets are just to get you by till you get to your ultimate goal, which will be Focus and Unity set. Now, I believe this is the ultimate in-game keepsake that you want to go for, and I will explain that later in the video. But first, let's focus on the three sets we just mentioned. All right, the first one we're going to talk about is the Immortal set, and you can see right here they get hit and they take pretty decent damage, right? Now this set activates as soon as you heal. You can see Sarah got hers, Jillian got hers right now, and then Terrence gonna get hers, right? So as soon as you heal, you get the barrier, and like it says, it is a 2-hit barrier, but it does mitigate a lot of damage. It's actually pretty good. So we're gonna see right here, they're gonna get hit, but look at that, no health loss, right? It is on a 3-turn cooldown, so it will take some time to reactivate, but this barrier can save your life. So here are the heroes that will benefit the most from the Immortal set, and it kind of has a two-way function. Yes, it prevents you from taking a lot of damage, but also a lot of times these healers, their skill says heals the ally with the lowest HP, right? So if you don't take any damage, you could heal that ally, right? And then that ally, instead of having to wear gear to survive, he could focus on DPS or support, whatever they got to do, right? So Immortal set is really good early game, keeps everybody alive, and helps the healer heal the DPSers that are a little bit more squishy, right? So let's move on to the next set. My personal favorite, Strafe set. Now this one here is an awesome keepsake. Pretty much if you kill a target, you get all your attack gauge back and you get to go again. And this also increases your attack for the rest of the battle, right? So it's a super strong keepsake. I definitely recommend this one, and we'll see it in action here in a second. All right, so Cormac's gonna do his A3, and he takes down one target. So you're gonna see him get his turn gauge again, which lets him go again using his A3. It's just too much damage for them, and boom, we win. Super good keepsake. So these are the units that I recommend using Strafe set on, and pretty much honestly anybody that does DPS and has the potential of killing something should be in Strafe set. It's pretty straightforward, and it is a powerful keepsake. Now let's move over to Corrosion. Now, Corrosion set, some people say it's good, some people say it's not. Me personally, I feel like it's okay. It's unique, right? Pretty much you attack an enemy and it will place a random buff on that enemy, right? So you can see this guy right here got attack speed down 15%. That's random. Morgan does not do that. Also, it does have a 3-turn cooldown. So every 3 turns, you can apply a random buff when you attack. Some people like it, some people don't. That's up to you to decide. So pretty much anybody here that applies dots are the ones that I will recommend. All these units here, they do dot damage, so it'll definitely add a little bit more sting when they're doing their thing, right? That was a funny rhyme. But anyways, yeah, so that's pretty much it for the 3 basic keepsakes. Now let's move over to the ones that I'm excited about. All right, so we knocked out Immortal set, Strafe set, and Corrosion set. Those are the 3 that you could farm by fighting that dragon boss. And now the last 3 here, Fortitude, Focus, and Unity. These ones you have to craft. But I'm gonna say straight up right now, the Fortitude set, don't even worry about crafting it. Don't waste your materials. Don't even look at this one. Just ignore the Fortitude set. Now when it comes to the Focus set, this one here is the one I'm personally excited for, because pretty much, right, I'm not sure what they mean by gain ability for 1 turns based on class. I don't know what they mean by the 1, but the description here says upon gaining a buff, you get critical strike rate and critical strike damage up for the rest of the battle. So I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I believe you get those buffs for the rest of the battle, which sounds crazy, sounds super good. I would love to craft up some of this, right? If you're a defensive type, you get this metal armor, defense up, damage taken down, super good for Cormac. Support, right? You get gain resistance, effect resistance, it's going to be really good. Control, like Morgan types, effect accuracy, hit accuracy, that's going to be really good, right? I think the focus set is going to be nasty. This is something that I will consider in game because these are not farmable. You have to craft it, and getting the materials for these are like super hard, which we'll get into. But let's just talk about the utility unity set real quick. And this one here I think is super cool too, because for each member in your team wearing this, you get attack and defense up by 10%. So I believe you could get a total of 40% attack and defense, which is crazy, right? But the only downside is this grants to all allies that are the same element. So you're going to have to put the fire with fire, wind to wind, and frost with frost, right? So that's kind of limiting. That's why I think the focus set is probably the one you want to go for. I think this is the best set in the game. I have to test it to confirm, but from what I'm understanding, I believe it's the best set in the game. So let's talk about why this is in game and it's hard to obtain, because this right here, right, I only have 5 of these and I never crafted a single focus set. And it says, where do you go to get some? Well, you can only get it through this box here, and you get this box through the forbidden dungeon, right? So it's very, very limited. And also it says you could get it through alchemy, but I personally don't even know where to get this because, well, I guess the yellow boxes probably. So you could like get some of this and use alchemy and get you some of that. So it is going to take a long time. So that's why I said it is very limited. And if you look in the shop, right, I already bought mine for the month right here, right? I bought it. So keepsake crafting material. And this one here is not even keepsake, set equipment crafting. So don't buy this one. You definitely want to buy the keepsake, right? Don't waste your money on this one. The equipment one, don't worry about it. On this one, don't worry about this equipment one, no. And actually, since we're here, this keepsake one, I didn't even notice. We're just gonna buy all of it, right? Boom. So we got all of it now. And then you go here. Let's see, this use, yeah. And you could get these, right? And then you could go to the alchemy shop and forge them up. So it's gonna take time. It's gonna take some time for you to get that. But I think at the end of the day, that focus keepsake is going to be what everybody's going to use, right? So I really think that eventually this is where everybody wants to go. But for now, we have to use what we can. But as soon as I get some of this and I could showcase it, I will. Unfortunately, in this video, I do not have any focus set yet. So more to come. But regardless, hey, this is the end of the video. And once again, guys, use the keepsake however you want. These are just my recommendations, and see you later.